Our first guest tonight, he has hosted many television shows, many radio shows, but I'm not sure what he's doing now. We're about to find out. Could you please put your hands together for Peter Berner? It's like you touched wood then, like you were...
I did.
Yeah, like... are you working now, though?
I'm not a superstitious man.
No?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. I'm doing a lot of painting at the moment. There's a couple of coats on the house.
Yeah.
I've got an exhibition in August in a gallery in Sydney, and then an exhibition in November in Melbourne.
I tried looking for some of your art actually online, but it's hidden.
Hard to find.
Yeah, they're like you don't want people to. I don't know.
I don't want
copy
Picasso's heirs to find out I'm ripping him off.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I tweet a lot of drawings. I like to tweet.
Yeah?
Yeah. I bomb the universe with pointless doodles.
Oh, I've seen your doodles, and
Thanks very much.
yeah, no, well those are on your website, so I did look at those, and the little cartoons. So that's...
So I'm doing that, and a little bit of radio, and not a lot of TV. There's not a lot of television at the moment that's inspiring. I can't sing or cook.
We'll get voted off, or
or I'm not that interested in being incredibly fit.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot. So I spend time at home goofing off.
Yeah. Is that a sexual thing? Or
Yeah. Very much.
Yeah,
It's a sexual thing.
I goof off a lot too then. At one stage you were doing a lot of television, weren't you? You were the back burner on, which was more of a, that was a comedy.
That was what they call a political satire.
Yeah. What does that mean? You don't
That means that no one watched it.
Okay.
No, it went for about 2.5 years. That was good fun.
Yeah.
And there's not a show like that, and we need a show like that.
There's not a lot of shows like anything.
No, there isn't. No, but we do need a show that we don't do man at desk scripted satire in this country. We do a lot of panel shows, for Christ's sake. And we do a lot of, improv style shows, but we don't do the Jon Stewart, the Colbert, the Dennis Miller style show where teams of writers work on a script and then they deliver it. We don't do that at all. Well, except for this one.
Thank you. and the team of writers is...
Yeah, they're enormous. They're over there at the bar drinking your writer.
Yeah. If we had one.
Yeah, if you had one.
Yeah. Now, the one you did after Backburner was the
Einstein Factor.
Now, as a quiz master, did you have to know...
Thank you for saying quiz master and not game show host.
Well, it wasn't really...
We're very different. We have very different meetings.
Yeah.
We're members of very different clubs. I mean, I love and respect, your baby John Burgess.
Yeah.
But he's game show host.
Yeah.
I hang out with your Glenn Ridges, your Tony Barbers, your Ed Phillips.
Yeah. Well,
your Pete Berners, your John Darren, if people can remember John Darren from Oz Quiz.
That was a long time.
Yeah. He's still around.
Yeah.
We're your quiz show host.
Where would you find Larry Emder in that mix?
Game show host.
Yeah.
Game show host. I mean, I got a lot of time for the Larry. I love the Larry, but game show host.
Well, you have a link there with Larry.
His sister Martine is a wonderful artist. She painted me for the Archibald Prize. And it ended up being hung, which was wonderful.
There's nothing like being hung.
Nothing like being. Thank you very much. Hello, Your Honour. Nothing like being hung.
That's not political satire.
No, that's not. That's what I prefer to do.
A dick joke. Yeah.
That's a good dick joke.
Did you have
if you do it about a politician,
then
it can be called satire.
That's it. Yeah, but
that person there, what a complete cock.
Yeah.
And then that's a dick joke that. We could argue about it all day long.
We could talk dicks till the cows come home.
My word.
When you did the Einstein one, did you have to know stuff really? Because you had a lot of nerdy type people, didn't you, come on the show?
Yeah. We had people whose special subject is mollusks.
Yeah.
And if you like,
what is a mollusk? I wouldn't even know.
Who knows? No, he didn't. He was making shit up as he went along. No one.
But then you need writers to go find questions.
Questions about mollusks. Oh, the quiz show writers. That's an industry all by itself. There's about 2 or 3 guys in this country who make a very good living writing questions for all the quiz shows. They live in rooms surrounded by reference books.
Yeah.
And
There's
they
computers
need to,
now.
Well, I know, but these guys like
Oh.
books. They don't get out a lot.
Yeah.
But sometimes we would have people come on with such an esoteric topic that these guys would have to go away and then read all the books about that subject in order to write the questions about that subject.
Well, you think that they'd be the most knowledgeable people in the world.
They are. Most of them have won Sale of the Century. You know, yeah. A lot of them are ex-comics.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're an odd breed.
Well, you've when did you started around
88 or something.
88? Yeah. Because I remember watching you at places like the Harold Park
Great venue.
Hotel, and you would turn up because it used to be very popular on a Monday night. People go out on a Monday night to watch comedy. Where now people go
I'll stay at home.
out at all. Yeah. I can just YouTube that.
I do meth.
Yeah. And you're an artist. You're meant to.
Yeah, that's
And,
all I do. Yeah.
But you used to rock up then. I remember you'd rock up then in like overalls and you'd be covered in paint. And then just do a spot. And
just do a spot, have a drink, and I lived upstairs for a while too. That was
that would have been dangerous.
Well, it was dangerous. It was great times though. A lot of fun on the stairwell down to the gig.
Yeah.
I never really got caught in traffic, but I was often late.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was tough because I would go to the bar and just get slowly hammered, and then stumble on stage with a beer and tell the world what I reckoned. And there's video. Simon Morgan, who was running the joint, used to video the show, so I'm going to go back one day to his house and see if I got laughs.
Yeah. Well, I did look at, doing Harold Park, and you'd video yourself starting off, but I've looked at tapes and I was thinking, I'm glad YouTube wasn't around.
Yeah.
Because at that point you'd be like, oh, I'm hilarious. You put on, but then you look at it now again, oh, what the hell?
Delusion is what really is the fuel that gets your career going. But no, I don't like to watch anything I've done. I've never seen an episode of Einstein Factor. I didn't watch Back Burner.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Why? I wouldn't. I don't want to see me being, because I get incredibly self-conscious. I just look at this awkward man whose eyes are too close together and going, oh.
He looks familiar.
He shouldn't be on television scaring children.
Oh. Hey, the way comedy is now, there's something that happened, and I know it's happened to a few comics when they've done the Melbourne Comedy Festival. They've been involved in the gala, and come on up, beef up the gala. But then the edited version that went to air had them cut out.
Yeah.
Now this happened to you
twice.
You twice.
Yeah, I was cut out of the gala twice, both times because of material.
What was it funny?
Yeah, because it was funny, and what the kids like to call now edgy.
Oh yeah.
But it wasn't. It's funny. People were so precious. Well, one of them was a joke about Kerry Packer.
Yeah.
And they get scared.
Yeah.
And the second one was a joke about Ivan Milat, and that they cut that for taste. But the Kerry Packer, the one they edited out about Kerry Packer, I ended up on Media Watch, and
so you got more
publicity out of that than I would have if I'd gone on the gala and just told a fairly innocuous joke about Kerry Packer finding rubies up in Scone.
What's up in your hand, by the way?
Oh, this is something that you don't want to do if you get half a chance. This is not because I'm spending an enormous amount of time alone.
Goofing off.
Goofing off. This is a goofing off injury. I rode my motorbike down to Adelaide for the Adelaide Festival. Who knew it was going to be the floodiest, rainiest time in the history of the planet? So I'm driving 3 days through the pouring rain to get to Adelaide. And you know what struck me as I looked out over the immense emptiness of the Hay Plain. I don't know if you've ever gone to the Hay Plain, but it is miles of bugger all.
Yeah.
If you get arrested for murdering someone in this country, you're not trying. There is that much space to dump bodies out there. If you kill someone and the cops find the corpse in the flat the next day, you should be arrested for being lazy.
Yes.
You take the body in the back of the hatchback out there. And on the way home, about 3 hours out of Adelaide, on the Mallee Highway, doing 100k an hour, I hit a roo.
What?
With the bike, just bang, and then hit the ground, and then I'm lucky to actually be alive.
Just have that,
and I popped a rib or two, but I didn't die.
Well, and were you thinking when you saw the roo, 10 points?
It was, well, it's funny. The roo was David Copperfield.
That was big, yeah.
Bang, roo, and I hit it. And then if it actually jumped out in front of me and had given me time to react, I would have hit a tree, because then you think, shit, I better get around this.
Yeah.
Whereas I just hit it, and the first thought was, get.
Yeah.
And then I hit the ground and I slid for about 80 metres and shredded the gear. And
how's the kangaroo? Did you have to
gone.
So you took it out in the hay plains and buried it somewhere?
Bang, I did.
No one's ever going to find that kangaroo.
Well, actually, I left it on the side of the road because I figured I want other roos to see this.
Yeah.
Just because, just so they know that I'm out here. Don't piss me off again.
Yeah. Don't aim for
So
a motorbike.
it hurt a lot. Yeah. I was very lucky.
Well, did that hurt more than your nipple piercing?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, people, how did he know about his nipple piercing? Because of the research. Because I've got teams of writers in a room looking at books. Oh, Pete's got a nipple.
I went and got my nipple pierced. I was at art school, and I thought I have to do something flamboyant and interesting. So I thought I'll go and get my nipple pierced. And this was back in 1992 or something, before there were shops, piercing shops.
Yeah.
So I found some guy, rang him up. It was one of those odd phone calls. G'day, mate, can you pierce my nipple? Yeah.
Was this in the yellow pages?
No, but it wasn't. It was in the back of one of the street press, I think. So I went round to his house in Petersham, and I've walked up this terrace house to the back door, and this bloke's opened, an enormous guy. He's opened the door, and I've gone, I'm come to get my nipple. He said, yes, no problem, come in. His whole wall, 100 by 10 pictures of naked blokes with Prince Alberts that he'd put in. That was his Hall of Fame.
So he does the work, then takes a snap.
Takes the shot and puts it on the Hall of Fame.
Wow.
So this was back in the early days, when you literally stuck a hubcap in it till you got home and put a ring through it. It was literally, I looked down at one stage and he'd got my nipple and a hole in it this big, and he's trying to work a nipple ring into it. I almost fainted. Yeah. And then
that would be scary, to faint and then wake up and see
your photo on the wall. And a Prince Albert that I didn't want. Yeah, no. And it got infected later. It's very, I don't understand them.
Have you still got it? Or
no. You can't wash yourself with any sort of alacrity. You have to be very careful about toweling yourself off, or before you know it, you're going to be sans nipple. Yeah. Wow. And then it got infected, and I had to take it out with a couple of pliers, and it's attractive and sexy. Yeah.
So there's a lesson for your kids: don't get your nipple pierced in 1982.
No, don't. No, go to a shop.
Yeah, get it done properly. Well, Pete, thank you very much for coming on the show.
No, pleasure.
Thank you again.
Pleasure.
There you go, Peter Berner, ladies and gentlemen. Now, there you are. Coming up, because it's such a confusing show, after the break, Peter Berner.